Welcome to Benzinga TV, everyone. Today we are joined with a local business owner, Curtis Sullivan. He is co-owner of Vault to Midnight here in downtown Detroit, and today we're going to talk, there are a few publicly traded companies that have comic assets. We have Time Warner, which owns DC. We have Disney, which owns Marvel. Comic book superhero theme has just been a huge thing recently, and we got a comic book store owner here to talk about, sort of the implications that your store has maybe felt since this big theme has started. I mean, have sales gone up because of this big theme towards superheroes in Hollywood?
Yeah, it's hard to put your finger on one thing.
Yeah.
But all of it's definitely working together. Comics had their biggest year ever in over 20 years. Last year was a $1.1 billion year for the comic book industry, which is absolutely massive. We haven't seen numbers like that since the heyday of the early 90s.
Wow.
So that's very exciting, and it's definitely being assisted by kind of just TV, nerdy TV, movies,
TV, right?
Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, this kind of stuff.
Right.
Absolutely.
So Wonder Woman was just the recent Hollywood release, and you sort of have a dedicated section in your stores, right, for Wonder Woman stuff?
Yeah, so typically what we do is we do themed displays to coincide with big releases in film and TV, and Wonder Woman's no exception. So each Vault of Midnight, we just did a giant table. We ordered, tons of our favorite graphic novels, comic books, toys, these kind of things, and theme these giant Wonder Woman displays to kind of, to see if there is a reaction.
Right.
And generally there is, and with Wonder Woman, it's just been massive.
What about some of the other releases? We've had, 20 releases out of Hollywood in the last 5 years or so. Any other releases that have been awesome for your stores and for comics, I guess?
Sure. Yeah, Logan was really, really great for us. There's a graphic novel that directly ties in called Old Man Logan, which just, it's a book that's been out for over 10 years, and it entered back into our top 3 selling graphic novels.
Nice.
And that's a direct result of the movies. But then some smaller scale stuff, like years ago when they did a Hellboy movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is a smaller property from a company called Dark Horse Comics that just did massively well for us.
Gotcha.
It doesn't always translate, but yeah, many times it does.
Do you guys plan events around these releases at all?
Sure thing. Yeah, we do midnight release parties sometimes.
Oh, really?
If there's a new issue coming out that coincides with a release.
Nice.
We'll do goofy stuff. Years ago we did a X-Men release party with themed cakes and stuff to celebrate
cool.
an X-Men movie and the new comic book kind of coming out at the same time.
Nice. I'm going to have to get involved in this. Let me know when the next one is, right?
Exactly. For sure.
All right.
Sign up for our email list.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And real quick, you guys have a podcast also.
Oh, yeah, we do. We do
Tell
a
us a little bit about it, real quick.
It's called Super Skull. Every single week we talk about this week in comic books. So we do break down the numbers a lot.
Nice. You talk about some of the releases that are happening and how their numbers are going, I guess.
Yeah, and talk about the industry kind of health as a whole. And what came out this week. Every single Wednesday is New Comic Book Day.
Nice.
So that's a big day for comic shops everywhere. And we break down what came out this week, what you should be checking out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, Curtis, thanks for joining us today. Curtis Sullivan, he's co-owner of the Vault to Midnight. Thanks for watching, everyone.